of the night and throughout the course of the lineup card. And, oh yes, there's baseball to be played as well as Kevin Slowey searches for win number 7. He will oppose former Cy Young winner Southpaw Cliff Lee and the M's with this 4-game series knotted at 1 game apiece. First and foremost, it's our Twins Rewind, and it's brought to you by AutoTrader.com as we take a look back over our shoulder at last night's affair. Seattle struck first last night when Ichiro touched home plate in the opening inning, but Minnesota drew even with 2 out in the third.
Here's a high drive to deep right field. Hey, touch 'em all, Justin Morneau, and the Twins tie the game. On a 3-0 delivery, Justin Morneau got the green light, and he parked it into the right field seats.
Unfortunately for the Twins, starter Nick Blackburn wouldn't survive the fourth. The trouble started with Mike Sweeney's infield hit to open the inning, and Jose Lopez pushed Seattle into the lead.
He swung on and hit well down the left field line. Delman Young's going to turn around, and this ball is gone. A 2-run homer. Seattle leads 3-1. Third home run for Lopez. Got a fastball up in his eyes, and he turned on it.
Sean Figgins provided the final blow, capping a 4-run, 6-hit inning and sending Blackburn to an early shower.
And the pitch, line drive down the right field line. Kadire's not going to catch this one. He'll play it off the wall. Alfonso scores and will hold up Suzuki as the throw comes into second base. 5-1, Seattle over the Twins.
The Mariners tag on a pair of late runs versus Ron Mayhay, and they roll to a 7-1 victory as Jason Vargas improves to 4-2 on the 2010 campaign. That's your Twins Rewind, brought to you by
Sean Markham, Clay Buchholz, Andy Pettit, and David Price have won 7. And Slowey, a 6-game winner. Last night, Blackburn was trying to become a 7-game winner, and he took the loss in the 7-1 Seattle win. Figgins bats left, and he takes ball 1 from Slowey. Boy, both these pitchers are quick workers. Swinging a foul, and it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, we had previously announced that Matt Tobert was going to be at third base, and Puto was going to be at second base. Flip-flop, Puto and Tobert. It's Puto at third and Tobert at second. And the pitch. Here's a high fly ball hit into center field. And roaming to his left and waiting on this one is Denard Span, and that will retire number 2 hitter Sean Figgins. 2 away for Kevin Slowey. There's no score. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Figgins, by the way, with a .217 batting average. No home runs and 14 runs batted in. In this series, Figgins is hitting well, 4 for 8 with a run batted in. Here is Gutierrez to bat. Franklin Gutierrez, the right-handed hitting center fielder. 0 for 7 lifetime against Kevin Slowey. 5 homers and 25 runs batted in. And he'll look at a strike from Slowey. No balls and 1 strike. Gutierrez's batting average, .293. Playing in his 50th game. Right back now, and here's a pitch. Slider swung on and hit on the ground into center field. Played by J.J. Hardy in shallow center, but no chance for a throw. Gutierrez will get an infield hit, and the Mariners have the first base runner of this game. Gutierrez is on with the infield single. Hardy, the shortstop, ranging far to his left. He did field the ball in shallow center. As he spun around, he didn't have an opportunity for a throw to first, and Gutierrez reaches. Now here is Mike Sweeney to bat with 2 down and 1 on. Mariners in the bottom of the first inning, and there's no score. Here's the set by right-hander Slowey, and the pitch. Strike is in. 0-1 the count to Sweeney. 1 for 7 in the series. He had his first hit in the Tuesday night game. 6 homers, 16 runs batted in. He has a .271 batting average. He has never faced Kevin Slowey. Now the set by Slowey, and the pitch. Low and wide, and 1 ball and 1 strike. Slowey works from a set as he faces Sweeney, and a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Short lead for Gutierrez, and now Slowey steps off. Twins have Morneau at first. Tolbert is at second, at short Hardy, and at third Puto. In the outfield and left Young, and center Span and right Kadire. Maurer catches, and he works with 25-year-old right-hander Kevin Slowey. Slowey with a toss to first, but Gutierrez gets back. 6 stolen bases in 6 tries for the Seattle base runner, Franklin. 6 stolen bases in 6 tries for the Seattle base runner, Franklin Gutierrez. Milton Bradley on deck. They're 2 down and 1 on for the Mariners in the first, and the pitch low, and it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. Sweeney, the designated hitter, looks like he'll probably take over as the regular DH now. He had shared some duties in the DH slot with Ken Griffey Jr. His little pop-up into shallow right. Tolbert out. Kadire coming in. Michael will call off Tolbert and make the catch. Sweeney is out, and the Mariners are down in the first. No runs on a hit. They leave 1. And at the end of 1, there's no score with the Twins and the Mariners on your home for Twins baseball. Hey, welcome back to the Treasure Island Baseball Network. Treasure Island, proud to be a founding partner of Target Field. Whether you want to stay, play, or dine, the island is calling. Justin Morneau leads off for the Twins. Justin continues to lead the American League in hitting with that .374 batting average. He has an 8 percentage points lead over Robinson Cano of the New York Yankees. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. And that lead delivers low, and it will be 2 balls and 1 strike. Morneau, 12 homers, 37 runs batted in. He had his 12th homer in the game last night. He's 7 for 32 against Cliff Lee. Lee has a lifetime mark against the Twins. He is 8-3. Foul back and out of play. Last year, as mentioned, he was 1-0. So Morneau now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cliff Lee working to the Twins' left-handed hitting first baseman. Kadire on deck, swinging a foul, and the count holding at 2-2. Justin with a 4-game hitting streak. He is 4 for 8 in this series. 1 home run and 1 run batted in. Now Cliff Lee ready on a 2-2 delivery to Justin Morneau. And the pitch. Here's a drive to center, well hit. Gutierrez back a few steps and ranging to his left makes the catch. And that'll retire Justin Morneau, out number 1 for the Twins here in the top half of the second inning. There's no score. Michael Kadire will bat. Michael stepping in with 6 home runs and 28 runs batted in. .275 batting average. 6 for 28 against Cliff Lee, and 2 of his 6 hits are home runs. Swinging a foul off to the right and out of play. Strike 1. Tomorrow night, final game of the series. Carl Pavano's going to pitch for the Twins, and he'll be opposed by Felix Hernandez. Kadire swings, bounces one to deep third. It's a fair ball. Great play by the third baseman, Jose Lopez. His long throw not in time to get Kadire, and Michael has an infield single. Boy, that was a tough play for Jose Lopez, the third baseman. He fielded the ball about 30 feet behind third base. He actually ended up on the grass beyond the cut of the infield in foul territory. As he backhanded a short pickup, he threw on to first. His throw was on target, a little bit low, handled by Kochman, but not in time to get Kadire. Twins have their first hit. Kadire is on, and here's Jason Kubel to bat with 1 away and 1 on for the Twins here in the top of the second. No score in this game. First pitch to Kubel is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Second down low, and it's 2-0. Kubel, .233 batting average. 6 home runs and 30 runs batted in. He's 2 for 8 against Cliff Lee. And Jason is the DH tonight. Now the set by the lefty and the pitch. Kubel swings and fouls back. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. I mentioned Cliff Lee in his last start, a win against the Los Angeles Angels. Prior to that, he pitched a game here at Safeco Field and won going 6 1/3 innings. He gave up 11 hits and 7 earned runs, but yet won when the Mariners scored 15 runs and beat the Padres 15-8. Foul to the seats down the left field line and out of play. And 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cliff Lee didn't make his first start for the Mariners until the 30th of April. He pitched 7 innings against the Texas Rangers, 3 hits and no runs. Didn't walk a man, struck out 8. But he did not figure in the final decision, a game in which the Mariners lost 2-0 in 12 innings. Strike 3 called, a fastball to Kubel. Kubel barks at home plate umpire Mark Wegner and then turns around and slowly walks back to the Twins dugout. Lee has his second strikeout of the game. There are 2 down now for the Twins here in the top half of the second inning. And the batter is going to be Delman Young. Delman swings on the first pitch. Lines it foul off to the right and out of play, and strike 1. Delman Young, a 5-game hitting streak. He is hitting at .272 with 5 home runs and 27 runs batted in. Hasn't had much success against Cliff Lee, just 3 for 21. Pitch is down low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. At first, Kadire with 2 outs. Michael with an infield single. There's no score, and here's the pitch. A high pop-up down the right field line. Long run for Kochman and also for the second baseman, Figgins. Figgins will make the catch in foul ground. Delman Young is going to be out, and that'll retire the Twins. They're down here in the top half of the second inning. The end of an inning and a half. No score. Twins and Mariners, and you're home for Twins baseball. They reserve traditional seating areas with no deposit and pay only for the seats you actually need 3 weeks prior to your game. For more information on these and other ticket options, call 612-375-7454 or visit twinsbaseball.com. Tickets at Target Field for future games for the Twins. The Twins will be home Tuesday against the Kansas City Royals. 3-game series against the Kansas City Ball Club. Here's Milton Bradley to lead off for the Seattle Mariners. Swings viciously at the first slowy pitch and fouls it back. Boy, he took a big cut at that pitch. Bradley didn't play in the game last night. He was 0 for 4, although he had 2 runs batted in the Monday game, and he bounces 1 to short. Nice play by Hardy as he moved to his left, and he throws him out. And that'll be 1 away for the Mariners as they bat here in the bottom half of the second inning. Your local Kubota dealer takes you down on the farm. Fort Myers designated hitter Evanson Romero went 2 for 4 with an RBI single and a double as the Miracle came away with a 6-4 win over Dunedin last night. Visit your Kubota dealer at Northern Plains Equipment on Twin Cities Drive in Mandan, North Dakota, or stop in at Leno Equipment on Highway 169 in Shakopee. 1 away, nobody on, no score. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Jose Lopez will face Kevin Slowey, and the pitch. Swings and hits a fly ball into left center. Chasing it down is Denard Span, and that'll be 3 pitches and 2 outs for the Mariners here in the bottom half of the second inning. Lopez with an 8-game hitting streak and a .239 batting average, 3 homers and 20 runs batted in. He hit his 3rd homer in the game last night, helping the Mariners to a 7-1 win over the Twins. And Lopez had very good numbers against Kevin Slowey out here, and 2 of his 4 hits are home runs. Casey Kochman bats, and the pitch down low and in, 1 ball and no strikes. No score. Twins and Mariners were in the bottom of the second inning. Slowey facing Kochman in a chance for a 1-2-3 inning. And a strike at the knees on the outside corner. Good tailing fastball, and it will be 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Kochman, a left-handed hitter, and the pitch. Swung on and fouled. And it'll be 1-2. Boy, it's been a slow start for Kochman. Here we are into June, and he's hitting just 194 with 3 home runs and 20 runs batted in. Off-season acquisition, and Kochman, a superb fielding first baseman, but his bat certainly has not responded thus far in this 2010 season. Pitch up and in, 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the right-hander, Slowey ready. Here's the 2-2 delivery and a line drive to second. Caught by Tolbert. Just kind of a soft liner. Tolbert charging in to make the catch. Slowey has a 1-2-3 inning. At the end of 2, the Mariners and the Twins are scoreless on your home for Twins baseball. Mariners facing, I want time, but he didn't get it. There's a swing and a foul, and it's 2 strikes.
Gardy was talking about that. I guess there was a problem with was it the Angels and Madden? That Pena, their first baseman, tried to call timeout, did not give it to him, tried it again about 2 pitches later, did not get it, and Madden came out and argued with the home plate umpire.
Well, here's a swing and a foul back to the netting, and still a 2-strike count to Denard Span. Denard had taken the left hand off the bat handle and showed Wegner that he would like to have timeout, but Wegner didn't grant him timeout.
Well, Lee does quick pitch you.
Here's little time on the mound. Cliff Lee ready now in the full line, and here's the 1-2 delivery. Strike 3 call. Delayed call from Wegner. Boy, there is the 4th strikeout of the game for Cliff Lee, and all 4 have been called third strikes. The Twins are out in the third in 1-2-3 fashion. And now at the end of 2.5, there's no score with the Twins and the Mariners on your home for Twins baseball. 2 balls and 1 strike and a pitch and a swing and a foul. This is Ichiro batting, and it's now 2-2. 2-away, nobody on, no score. And the Mariners batting in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The pitch, curveball swung on and fouled back. Well, Ichiro chased ball 3 there, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
The Cardinals and the Kansas
City Royals. Swing and a miss by Ichiro. He's down on strikes for the 2nd time. And Ichiro fans, and that'll be strikeout number 2 in the inning for Kevin Slowey, and number 3 in the game. And Slowey has now retired 7 Mariner batters in a row. At the end of 3, the Twins and the Mariners are scoreless on your home for Twins baseball. This portion of Twins baseball is brought to you by a select Heartland Chevy dealer. See your Chevy dealer or log on to ChevyDealOnline.com. No score after 3. We go to the 4th. Lee and Slowey. Boy, they're pitching darts here. And for the play-by-play, here's Dazzle.
Well, thank you, John. Good evening, everybody. First pitch is outside. Second pitch grounder to the shortstop, Wilson. On the run, fields it. Retires J.J. Hardy. Hardy will be the first out, now 0 for 2. Just 2 hits so far in the ballgame. 1 for the Twins. That was a 1-out base hit by Michael Kadire. And the Seattle Mariners got a 2-out base hit by Franklin Gutierrez back in the first inning. Since then, Slowey's retired 7 in a row. Mauer steps to the plate. Mauer pulled the ball to the first baseman, Kochman, and grounded out. Kochman made a nice play and stepped on the bag to retire Joe. Joe in the series just now 1 for 9. As Lee, the left-hander, delivers into breaking ball in there for a strike, a high strike. Ball on the dirt, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Be thinking, am I going to get a call here?
Well, he's probably thinking, as Mauer line drive, base hit into left field. A good little swing there by Joe Mauer. Second hit for the Twins. It's a 1-out base hit. Morneau's going to bat. Snow cone out of it. There's a line drive down the right field line. Morneau around first base. Ichiro's going to field it and underhand flip it into second base. A double by Justin Morneau. Twins have something going here. Second and third here in the top of the 4th inning with just 1 out. Kadire bats. Well, Justin Morneau is 19th double. So the Twins with second and third here in the top of the 4th. Left-handed hitters doing something against Cliff Lee. Now the Twins have a little streak going of hitting doubles in consecutive games. As Kadire, he had the first hit for the Minnesota Twins. A one-out base hit, and now has a chance to put the Twins on the board. Infield going to play back. And Lee delivers outside corner for a strike. Jason Kubel due up next, and I'm sure that Lee's looking in the on-deck circle, seeing that there's a left-hander in Jason Kubel, maybe going to try to get Kadire to chase something. There is a base open at first base. And a pitch in the dirt, blocked by Johnson. 1 ball and 1 strike.
16 straight games the Twins have had a double or more now.
One ball and 1 strike. Maurer at third, Morneau at second. Lee, the left-hander from the stretch. Swung on a miss, pulled the string on a good changeup. Kadire way out in front, now in the hole. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, Cliff Lee just making his 7th start, 3 wins, 2 losses. This little 3.22 ERA has only walked 3 batters in 44 2/3 of an inning starting action here tonight. Big pitch, swung on it, foul, tipped into the glove of Johnson. Kadire went up the ladder maybe just a little bit, but Lee humped up. Fastball, Lee can get it up there around 93, 94 when he wants to. So there's a big, big strikeout. 5th strikeout for Cliff Lee. And now Jason Kubel bats. And the pitch is low and away. Delman Young in the on-deck circle, and each time a Twins pitcher breaks an opposing player's bat this season, Minnesota State Parks and Trails are going to plant 100 trees in one of the 73 Minnesota State parks and recreation areas, or along one of the 17 Minnesota State Trails. For more on the program, visit mndnr.gov. Fouled off left side. Kubel a little tardy on that fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Maurer at third, Morneau at second. Infield slight pull on Jason Kubel. Outfield playing the opposite way. Ground ball to second baseman Figgins down to 1 knee. He'll field it, throw to Coxman to retire Kubel. Twins miss an opportunity here in the top of the 4th inning. Get 2 hits, leave 2. 3.5 finished here at Safeco Field, and we are scoreless. You're listening to Twins Baseball. Back at Safeco Field, leading off for the Seattle Mariners, scoreless ball game. Hitters 2, 3, and 4 to be Sean Figgins, Franklin Gutierrez, and Mike Sweeney. Seattle just 1 hit so far. That's a 2-out base hit to Gutierrez back in the 1st inning. Since then, Slowy's retired 7 in a row. Figgins takes the pitch in there for a strike. Figgins' 5-game hitting streak. Curveball popped up left field. Delman Young playing him perfectly. Steps near the line and puts it away. So Sean Figgins 0 for 2. And now Franklin Gutierrez bats. Before he does, let's pause for station identification. You're listening to Twins Baseball. Gutierrez 1 for 1 so far. 8 in a row retired for Slowy. He's been on cruise control. Delivers a fastball on the inside corner for a strike. Well, time for some Chop Talk. 'Tis the season to hear cheering in the backyards everywhere. Give me a beer chilled chop. Give me a peppered pork roast. What does that spell? It spells delicious. Find pork recipes worth cheering about at theotherwhitemeat.com. Slowy delivers, and it's high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sweeney due up next. Now the big news here at the ballpark, and it was just announced about 2 hours prior to the ballgame that Ken Griffey Jr. has retired. Swung on a miss. Gutierrez chases the ball up in his eyes. Three balls, 2 strikes. Gutierrez bats with 1 out. Popped up right side. Tolbert staggering around and waits for it, and he puts it away. So Gutierrez will be the second out. This big Kent Griffey day. Swung on it, lifted shallow center field. Tolbert out. Kadire coming in. It's going to be Michael Kadire taking charge. And Slowey has a nice little 1-2-3 bottom of the fourth inning. 10 retired in a row by Slowey. 4 in the books at Safeco Field, and we are still scoreless. Chris Atterbury, scoreboard update next. And you're listening to Twins Baseball. Seattle, but we are scoreless as Delman Young leads off the top of the fifth. Cliff Lee delivers, and it's swung on and lifted into right center field. Suzuki, Gutierrez, and it's going to be Gutierrez calling for it, and he puts it away. 1 pitch and 1 out. Delman Young now 0 for 2. A lot of strikeouts, a lot of fly ball outs for the Twins. Matt Tolbert steps to the plate. Tolbert with a line out his last time up. Top of the fifth inning means it's the U.S. Bank email of the game. This comes from Alexander. Quickly, no balls at 2 strikes. Swung on and hit down the right field line. It's going to slice foul. A ground ball up the middle, and it's going to sneak through for a base hit. So Tolbert, little 1-out base hit. Let's see if he can get into scoring position. Pitch is low. Punto batting. He struck out looking in his only at bat. Runner at first. But it's off and running is Tolbert. Throw down to second base. Boy, he's going to be out by a mile. Oh, Johnson behind the plate came up and just threw a BB. And I'm not sure if that was a hit and run. If it was, Punto did not swing the bat.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Tolbert did not break with the pitch. He was late in his move to second base. I think he was waiting for Punto to swing the bat.
It was a hit and run, but the ball was down and in. It did not go in the dirt, but it was still down and low. And Nicky afterwards kind of looked like, whoop, made the mistake. I was supposed to swing the bat as he takes the pitch inside, and now 3 balls and no strikes. Three balls, no strikes. Punto bats with 2 down. We're in the top of the fifth, scoreless game. And right back, it's right down Broadway, strike 1. As Punto walks on a 3-ball, 1-strike count. First walk issued by Lee. Lee delivers to Denard Span. Span having a tough night. 2 punch-outs both times looking. And the pitch is down and away, ball 1. So Lee a little bit of trouble here. Gave up a 1-out base hit to Tolbert. Twins missed the execution on the hit and run, and Tolbert was thrown out trying to steal. And then Punto walks. And Punto runs well. And the pitch swung on, lifted to left field. Routine for Milton Bradley, and he squeezes it and puts it away. Twins get 1 hit, they leave 1. 4.5 in the books, and we are scoreless right here. You're listening to Minnesota Twins Baseball. Bradley for the Seattle Mariners going to lead off. Bradley did not play in the ballgame last night. Bradley 0 for 1, grounded out. Slow curve that stays high, ball 1. Be Bradley, Lopez, and Kochman, hitters 5, 6, and 7. We're scoreless. 4 hits for Minnesota. Just 1 hit so far for the Seattle Mariners. Yes, Slowey rocks and delivers. Up and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Dangerous count here for Slowey. And Bradley fouls it straight back. Big home run cut there. Got a fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Excel Energy reminds you to go for the safe play every day. If it smells like rotten eggs, scramble on out the door, then call 800-895-2999. Of course, from a safe distance away, Excel Energy, responsible by nature. Pitch inside. Called a strike, and now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Slowey delivers, and it's a pitch up and in. Spins Bradley around, so first 3-ball, 2-strike count for Slowey here. And Slowey shaking off Joe Mauer. Still shaking off, and now Bradley is going to call timeout. Swung on it, foul tip. Mauer can hang on to it. Foul back again. Bradley with a good pitch to handle, and he just got underneath it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and again Slowey taking his time trying to get the sign from Mauer, and here it is. Ground ball right side. It's going to sneak through. Bradley picks up just the second hit for Seattle. It's a leadoff base hit to right field.
Well, number one, the Mariners made all these offseason moves, and everybody, I mean, they were the talk of the winter in baseball. With Sean Figgins, with Cliff Lee, Milton Bradley, even Brandon League in the bullpen. You know, I mean, this was it. The Mariners have stockpiled this ball club to where they're going to not just challenge the Los Angeles Angels, they're going to take them over.
They were, and that was the talk in the offseason and even talk during spring training.
Yes, it was.
Because they didn't have that bad of a spring. Pitch to Lopez is down and away, so Slowey pitching out of the stretch here. Bradley at first base. Milton Bradley does have one stolen base in 3 tries.
A, Cliff Lee gets injured in spring training in the start of the season. B, Milton Bradley has to take a leave of absence. C, the story that Ken Griffey allegedly fell asleep in the clubhouse when Wakamatsu wanted him to pinch hit in a game. All of these stories festered, and all of a sudden it was just Seattle was in a state of flux, and they had a terrible start. They're 11 games under 500. They're only 7 games out of first place.
It tells you how bad that division is this year in the American League West, and the Angels aren't going yet. 2 balls, no strikes. Slowey rocks and delivers, and ground ball or foul back. 2 balls and 1 strike. When he's pitch inside, throw down to second as Bradley's going. And boy, Tolbert stumbled at second base. And Bradley would have been out by a mile, but Tolbert stumbled when he got to the bag at second base, and then just all he could do was get a glove on it, and he knocked the ball down. Pitch was inside, so 3 balls and 1 strike.
And he fell right over the bag.
Boy, Tolbert, he tripped. He got his feet hung up on the bag. You don't see that too often. So Bradley now at second base. 3 ball, 1 strike count, and the pitch fouled right side. Lopez trying to go the other way with it. Tolbert got to second base, and his right foot got hung up on the bag, and his momentum just kind of fell him over toward third base. Swung on and lifted to left field. Not deep enough to advance Bradley to third base. Delman Young catches it and puts it away. So Mariners failing to move that runner over. And now with 1 out, batter's going to be Casey Kochman. And it's almost like Ichiro, if Ichiro wanted to play on a contending team, he'd go to his agent and say, you know what, this organization, the way the team's going not right now, get me out of here. You know, there's some teams out there that you can trade just like Cliff Lee. Be a free agent at the end of this year. I look for Cliff Lee before the trade deadline to be pitching for somebody else. Curveball to Kochman is in there for a strike. Slowey checking Bradley at second base and delivers. Swung on and missed. Boy, Kochman very late there. Kochman bats with a count of no balls and 2 strikes. And now Mauer's going to call timeout. This is where Slowey cannot get on the same page with him. Well, the meeting's over as Bradley's trying to steal third base, and he takes it. Boy, oh boy. Well, the Twins, after having a conference on the mound in Mauer and Punto and Slowey, Bradley takes off on the first pitch, and it was pitched down and away, and now back-to-back stolen bases, and now the infield's forced to come in. Kochman bats with a count of 1-2 in the pitch. Check swing, and they're going to ask the third base umpire, Terry Meals, if he went around. He said he did not. So now a count of 2 balls, 2 strikes. Seattle threatening here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We're scoreless. Barking coming from the Twins dugout right now. Time is called as now Kotzman ready to go. Slowey rocks and delivers. Little jam shot center field. Denard Span coming on. Bradley's going to tag up. Span fields it. He'll throw it into second base. Seattle takes the early lead. They lead 1-0. Now the Twins napping here allowed Bradley to steal third base. And that's sure about Cliff Lee, if that's going to be enough for him. But Cliff Lee has been dealing so far. Now with the bases empty, Slowey will go back to the windup. Rob Johnson steps to the plate with 2 down. And a pitch. Curveball inside corner for a strike. Slowey got a good breaking ball going here tonight. He's been able to throw it 4 strikes. He's been throwing it early in the count. And right back. Pitch down and away. It's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, the question now with Ken Griffey Jr. is that he announces his retirement but doesn't have the press conference. Is there a chance that he gets a little bug in him and he wants to come back? Swung on and missed on a changeup. Johnson trying to figure out Slowey. He's in the hole, no balls. I'm sorry, 1 ball and 2 strikes. But suppose in a month he gets the bug and some teams approach him and say, hey, see if we can hook a deal up or come out of retirement. And the 1-2 on the way. Lifted to right center field. Kadire there. Waits for it, and now coming in a few steps, and he'll put it away. Johnson flies out for the 3rd out. The Seattle Mariners pick up 1 run on 1 hit, nobody left. 5 complete. Seattle leads 1-0, and you're listening to Twins Baseball. Well, J.J. Hardy's going to lead off for Minnesota here in the top of the 6th inning. He's flying by here at Safeco Field. Seattle leading 1-0. Twins are out hitting Seattle 4-2. As Lee, the left-hander, delivers to Hardy, and it's in there for a strike. Hardy so far, he's 0 for 2. He flew out to right field and grounded out to the shortstop. Hardy now 1 for 9 in this series, and Lee right back with the fastball, and that one's in there for a strike. Quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Boy, Hardy kicked some dirt in the batter's box after that call by home plate umpire Mark Wegner. And Lee going to waste no time. 0-2 on the way, and it's strike 3 looking. Boy, Hardy arching his back and just barking a little bit at the home plate umpire. 6 strikeout for Cliff Lee. Of the 6, 5 of them are looking. As Mauer's going to make his way to the batter's box. Well, Scott Rowland, he's really on target right now. The Reds' 3rd baseman was 3 for 5 at the plate. He homered twice, racking up 4 RBIs, helping Cincinnati edge out St. Louis, edging out. They beat him 9-8 as Lee to Mauer, and it's in there for a strike. It's Who's on Target, which is brought to you by Target, where you're going to find everything you need to enjoy outdoor baseball. Back at Target Field. Target, expect more, and you will pay less. Mornoni on deck, circle, just 1 out, top of the 6th, down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mauer now 2 for 10. Mauer working with Joe Vavra a little bit and trying to hit the ball to right field. And he's made some outs, and he had a double last night down the right field line. Pitch gets away under the glove of Johnson. Count of 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, there's been an effort by Vavra and Mauer to kind of trying to pull the ball a little bit. And got some numbers on Joe, and everybody expects him to hit 360 every year. Pitch on the outside corner called a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I know how you like numbers, John, but Joe Mauer on May 18th, his batting average was 360 from the 19th to yesterday's game. 11 for 49, 224 average. Fouled off left side. stays alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes. In those 49 at-bats, he had 4 doubles, 6 walks. He hit into 6 double plays, and he's driven in 7 runs.
Well, like you said, he and Vavra have been working, with each other. And not that they haven't worked before, but they're working more now and perhaps more extensively than they have in the past.
But coming into action, Maurer at 319. Swung on and lifted into center field it fairly well. Gutierrez, he can track it down, and he does. Second out, off the bat of Joe Maurer. And now Joe 1 for 3. Justin Morneau steps to the plate. Morneau had a double down the right field line after Maurer had singled in the 4th inning. Twins had runners at 2nd and 3rd and just 1 out. Lee struck out Michael Kadire and then got Kubel to tap out to the second baseman. But when you're hitting 316, 319, not sure what's wrong.
I was just going to say, that's not a bad average.
But then
still on the leaderboard, you know.
But then you look at the numbers, and I wasn't aware of that, John. 11 for 49, now 11 for 50 from May 19th until tonight.
Yep. And
those numbers aren't very good.
No.
So, and sometimes we get caught up in filling in your lineup card. 319, 2 home runs, 24 driven in. Still thinking, but then you kind of dissect the numbers a little bit. Maybe there's something to work on. Morneau bats with a count of no balls and 2 strikes. Seattle leads 1-0. Curveball down and away. Boy, Morneau almost went after it.
You think there could be anything to a target field syndrome?
No.
I don't think so either.
Every field.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think that you can't blame it on the field for some of the numbers. And Lee delivers. Curveball on the dirt.
But Maurer had 2 balls at target field. One that, remember, it hit the left. I thought was out, and you corrected me. And then the other that he hit the dead away center field. Remember that one?
Yeah, but that's 2 balls right there, John.
You're right.
2-2 is lifted into left center field and hit well. But Gutierrez playing it perfectly, and he'll track this one down. So Cliff Lee, nice little 1-2-3 inning, top of the 6th. He sprints off the field. Seattle leads 1-0. You're listening to Twins Baseball. Country Hard Bread is a proud partner of the Minnesota Twins. Country Hard Bread, the toast of the Twins. Leading off will be Wilson. And lifts the first ball into left center field and a long run for Delman Young, and he'll track this one down. Josh Wilson, 1 pitch, 1 out. Seattle leads 1-0. Go back to the top of the order for Ichiro Suzuki. Suzuki, 2 punch-outs so far tonight. John and I talking about target field and some of the numbers, and we were talking about Joe Maurer and hitting at target field, 307 average at target field. I mean, again, good numbers.
Yeah.
Not much to work on. To me, just stay consistent, stay in your groove. Ichiro bats as Slowik delivers, and this one's up and in, ball 1. There was an article in the paper that Vavra was quoted a lot about target field. I didn't spend much time on it. I didn't even think it meant anything. And Maurer going to call timeout. Here we go again. This is going to sprint on out and talk to Slowik.
Twins have played 27 games at target field. You still think they're still trying to get a feel for it? Should we say that the Twins are comfortable with what target field is?
John, I think it's a gorgeous park.
Yes, I do.
To sit in the seats, to sit in the radio booth, to sit in the dugout, to stand in the batter's box. What's there not to like? What I don't think they like it are the results when they swing the bat and the balls go into left center field, right center field. Pitch to Suzuki is up and away, 2 balls, no strikes.
That seems to be very spacious.
Yes, but here's who you're hearing it from. The power guys.
Yeah.
Okay? You hearing Nick Punto complain about the ballpark?
No.
I haven't heard it. 2-0, a little grounder right back to Slowey, and he'll flip it over to Morneau to retire Ichiro. Ichiro 0 for 3. He'll grab some pine. 2 down. Figgins steps to the plate. And now we're hearing that, well, everybody said wait till the summertime and it heats up that the ball's going to carry. Well, we had a couple days that it was warm, and some guys felt they hit the ball good and it didn't carry. And I'm just trying to tell you what was quoted in the paper. Pitch down and in, ball 1. Seattle's leading 1-0. They got a run in the bottom of the 5th inning. Really, they stole the run. 2 stolen bases by Milton Bradley. He stole second. Tolbert dropped the ball at second. There's a bunt down the third baseline. It's going to go foul. And then he caught the Twins napping, and he stole third base, and then just a sac fly off the bat of Kochman scored Bradley from third base.
Well, the Twins are hitting 22 percentage points higher at home than they are on the road.
Okay, but now you go to the power numbers of the home runs, correct?
Oh, boy. Oh, you don't want to talk about that.
You got Morneau hitting 378 at home. Hudson's 298. Hardy's 220. You got Punto 294. Young 299. Span 374. Kadire 272. And Kubel 231.
Like I say, they're 22 percentage points higher at home than they are on the road. But the home runs, of course, is what?
Ground ball. It's going to sneak through up the middle past Tolbert. So Sean Figgins, big turnaround first. 2-out base hit, keeps him alive. 32 road home runs, 13 home runs. Okay, and do you have the RBIs on there?
Yep.
Okay.
132 runs batted in at home, 103 on the road.
Okay, so it's run production that you're looking for. I don't care too much about the batting averages. So you're missing out on a little home runs, but they're still scoring a lot of runs at home.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
So maybe guys are falling in love with the fact that they're hitting home runs and just keep the ball in the gap. Twins come in. They have 107 doubles, which is 5th in the American League.
Danny, they scored 28 more runs at home than they have on the road.
Pitch to Gutierrez is in there for a strike. Figgins at first base. He is a threat to steal. Figgins, 11 stolen bases so far this year. He's been caught just 3 times. Slowing, pretty good move to first. And a right-hander, long hesitation. Delivers the ball to the plate, and it's a breaking ball. Outside and low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, don't forget half-price student tickets are available every Wednesday night for Rasmussen College student nights at Target Field, Grandstand, and U.S. Bank home run porch tickets are just $9 with your student ID. For ticket information, visit twinsbaseball.com. And the pitch down and away. It's Home Run Bank. It's U.S. Bank home run porch view tickets that are just $9. And don't forget, you need to show your student ID. And again, available every Wednesday night. Slowy checks the runner Figgins, and they might have him picked off, and he's safe. Boy, Morneau put a tag on him and started sprinting toward the dugout. Figgins shuffled off. It looked like he was going. And then Slowy, quick throw over to first, and Morneau kind of a good tag on the right arm. Boy, he was out. Dan Isogna over at first base. I'd have blinked. And Figgins again creeping off at first base, not running. The pitch is high. 3 balls and now and 1 strike.
Morneau's tag prevented Figgins from getting his hand to the bag. Blocked it.
Well, I'm sure there's some people in our booth right now would like to be able to go to the replay right now.
You're right.
You know, talking about putting earplugs in the umpire so somebody can talk to him. Call timeout. Another throw to first, dive back by Figgins. I assume it would be like football. They line up to hurry up and run a play before it comes from. So then the pitcher might have to hurry up and get on the mound to hurry up and throw the pitch. Or the batter hurry up and get in the batter's box. Not going to happen. 3 balls, 1 strike, another throw to first. Well, do you think that we've heard enough of the Target Field?
Yeah.
Do you?
We'll find out. June, let's see what June shows.
Let's see what July and August. Wait till the end of the season. Pitch is in there for a strike, a high strike. Boy, Gutierrez thought that ball was a little up. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Morneau's going to go ahead and hold Figgins on at first base. Figgins runs well in doing this, and now it kind of prevents that double from allowing Figgins to score. So Gutierrez bats with a count of 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Figgins at first base. And Slowey delivers. Curveball that's high. He walks him. First walk for Slowey. Mauer's going to run the ball out to Kevin Slowey. Batter's going to be Mike Sweeney. He's the DH. 2 fly ball outs to Kadire in right field. Well, Michael Kadire, with the passing of his father-in-law yesterday, is playing this game here tonight with a heavy heart, I'm sure. Is going to fly back. We're going to have a viewing, I believe, on Friday. Funeral on Saturday, and then he'll join the club back in the Twin Cities when they play the Kansas City Royals on Tuesday night. The Twins have announced that Danny Valencia is going to be called up after the ball game here tonight. Pitches up and into Sweeney. Rick Anderson has seen enough. He's going to call timeout.
Now this will be a bereavement leave for Kadire.
Yes.
And isn't that like a maximum of 7 days? Pretty sure.
Well, no, bereavement can be any.
Oh,
it can be 3. It has to be 3 days, I believe.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But he's going to miss tomorrow's game and the Oakland series, so there's 4 games.
Right.
He'll miss, and he'll be back on Tuesday. Well, Rick Anderson out on the mound, and this trip to the mound is presented by Quick Trip. No fee ATM from Quick Trip. This $20 shouldn't cost $21.50. So Danny Valencia is going to be called up. And I'm putting this is a situation I think that Valencia, like Trevor Plouffe, when Plouffe came up, Danny Valencia is going to play third base.
And he's going to play every day.
Right. So at least for the 4 days, and since Hudson is still out, pitch to Sweeney, a little tapper right back to Slowey. He's going to field it, and he'll throw to first to retire Sweeney. Boy, Sweeney helped out there. 1 hit, 2 runners left, 6 complete. Seattle leading 1-0, and you're listening to Twins Baseball. So State Lottery 7th inning scratch, 833 Twins. Hit 0 followed by the pound sign. 7th caller, you're going to win 4 Twins suite tickets to the ballgame August 15th. The Minnesota State Lottery, where everyone is playing. Don't forget, players must be 18 years of age to play. Michael Kadire leading off here in the top of the 7th. Seattle leads 1-0. Take us rest of the way. Here's John Gordon.
All right, thank you, Danny. And the leadoff batter, Kadire, takes a strike, and then he takes another as he fouls a pitch away, and it will be 0-2 the count. Well, this is a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel here tonight. 1-0. The Mariners are leading, and the pitch to Kadire. Oh, just missed low, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 6 strikeouts for Cliff Lee, and he has given up just 3 hits. 4 hits. The Twins have 4, the Mariners have 3. And the pitch. Kadire swings and drives one to right center. It's well hit. This ball's got a chance. It's gone. Touch of all, Michael Kadire. And the Twins tie the game on Kadire's 7th home run of the year, 2nd of this series. Boy, that ball just carried to deep right center field. And Gutierrez, the center fielder, watch it drift into the seats. Cliff Lee has given up his first home run in 50 2/3 innings of pitching. And the Twins have tied the game on Michael Kadire's 7th home run of the year. That one about 8 rows up into the bleacher seats in right center. And the Twins have picked up their 46th home run of the year. A 1-1 tie game. as Cliff Lee gives up the homer to Kadire. Now here's Kubel, and he swings and hits a high fly ball to center. Drifting back a few feet is Gutierrez, and that was an 0-1 pitch, and he will make the catch to retire Kubel. Well, Michael Kadire with a pair of hits tonight, including that home run. That means that Richard Gaudier now has a 4-game hitting streak in the Cub Foods $100,000 hot streak, and he'll be back to play again tomorrow with that 4-game streak. Register to play at your local participating Cub Foods, and make sure to purchase your Hormel always fresh tender pork at Cub Foods. Twins get their 5th hit of the game on the Kadire home run, and now here's Delman Young to bat. Twins have a run on 5 hits. The Mariners have a run on 3 hits. Michael Kadire with his 7th home run of the year. And here is a pitch fouled away by Delman Young. And a count of 1 ball and 1 strike to Delman. Delman tonight has a base hit. He singled to center in his last at bat. He's 0 for 2. Delman Young 0 for 2 with a foul to the second baseman Figgins in foul territory, and a fly out to right. Here's the pitch to Delman. Swinging a foul back. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Delman Young. The Twins have a home run in each of the 3 games. 4-5 total. They had 3 home runs on Monday night. 1 home run last night, and they have a homer again here tonight. Here is the Cliff Lee pitch, and here's a fly down the right field line. Let's see if Ichiro's got room on this one. He's in foul territory, and he makes the catch to retire Delman Young. He's actually straddling the foul line as he makes the catch, but a foul ball indicated by Dan Iasagna, the first base umpire, and now Matt Tolbert will bat. Pitch count for Cliff Lee is at 94. He had 115 pitches in his last start against the Angels. And prior to that, in a start against San Diego, he had 115 pitches. Swing and a miss by Tolbert on the first pitch offered. Strike 1. 2 down and nobody on. Twins are batting here in the top of the 7th. Michael Kadire's 7th home run of the year, giving the Twins a tie at 1. As Lee delivers a fastball high and wide, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Right back. Here's a foul. Off to the right and out of play. And 1 and 2 now to Tolbert. He has one of the 5 hits for the Twins. Tolbert singled to center in the 5th inning. He was then caught stealing with Nick Punto batting. Cliff Lee ready into the line, and here's the pitch. And a little tap foul. It's off to the right side and out of play, and it's still 1 and 2 to count to Tolbert. Yankees won again tonight. They beat Baltimore. Boy, the Orioles have now dropped 7 in a row. Tampa Bay holding first in an American League East. They win. They still have a 2.5 game lead over the Yankees. Check swing by Tolbert. He went around, losing the ball as the catcher throws down to first base, and they get Tolbert, and that'll retire Matt. And the Twins are out in the 7th inning. Good play by Johnson. He lost the ball, but he quickly recovered it and fired down to first. A 2-3 scoring play to retire Matt Tolbert. 7 strikeouts now for left-hander Cliff Lee. We're in the middle of the 7th inning. The Twins and the Mariners are tied at 1 as the home run by Michael Kadire ties it up for the Twins. Here's a bunt by leadoff batter Milton Bradley, and as Punto fields the ball, he falls down, and Bradley's going to reach for the bunt base hit. Punto charging in. A pretty good bunt by Bradley, but I'll tell you what, he really charged up to the front of the batter's box. It almost looked like he was out of the batter's box.
Yeah, he showed the bunt early, and I think that allowed Punto to kind of sprint on in there, and that was just a situation. Punto was just going just a little bit too hard, and he stumbled, John. When he bent over and picked it up barehanded, the left foot, and almost like he caught a cleat, and it upended him. But Bradley's at first base, and now the go-ahead run. See how they play it here. It's late.
Yeah, we're in the bottom of the 7th in a 1-1 tie game. Lopez bats. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Out on a fly ball to left in his last at bat. Swings and drives it foul down the right field line. Strike one. 7th inning stretch tonight was brought to you by Barrel of Fun, the official potato chips of the Minnesota Twins. Big League Taste, hometown values, a KLN family brand. Perham, Minnesota.
91 pitches by Slowey, and that's going to activate the bullpen. It looks like Slowey and Maharas.
And the pitch. Here's a line drive pulled foul down the left field line. Boy, Slowey got away with a pitch there. He hung a breaking pitch. Lopez was all over it, but he pulled it foul.
John, last couple innings, Slowey's been visited by Rick Anderson. Mauer's made a couple trips out there. And I think the Mauer trips is just kind of, he wants to call something, Slowey wants to throw something. But the trip with Rick Anderson, Slowey's missing up in the zone.
Yep.
He's throwing a lot of balls up in the eyes of the hitters, and that's an indication he might be getting tired.
Slowey works here in the 7th inning. Here's the set now by the right-hander. And the pitch up and in. And 1 ball and 2 strikes. Slowey had a stretch of games. He had an 8-inning performance against the Cleveland Indians on the 20th of April. He then went 6 starts without pitching into the 7th inning. In his last start, he went 6 2/3 innings and picked up a win against the Texas Rangers. That was most encouraging for the fact that Slowey in those previous starts had not pitched into the 7th. There was a couple of games when he didn't even pitch into the 6th. Now he faces Lopez with nobody out and a runner at first. 4 hits in the game for the Mariners, 5 for the Twins. And there are no errors. Bradley pretty much manufactured a run in his last at bat with a base hit and 2 stolen bases, scoring on a sacrifice fly. The pitch, swinging a foul back. It looked pretty much like Lopez got his pitch there, a fastball that was up in the zone a little bit, but he couldn't connect on it and fouled it back over the netting.
John, he's trying to go the other way. He's trying to inside out a little bit, but that ball had some good movement on it, up and in, and just got in on his hands.
Bradley runs well. He does have 3 stolen bases in 5 tries, 2 of them here tonight. Here's the set now by Slowey, and the pitch. Curveball and a base hit through the left side. And he hung the pitch. Back-to-back base hits by Bradley and Lopez. And the Mariners tied with the Twins at 1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Have 2 on, and Casey Kochman will be the batter. And Danny, that was a pitch.
Oh, John.
Up in the zone.
Yeah, that was just a mistake pitch right there. Slowey just kind of flipped it up there, and it had no bite to it. It just kind of spun and stayed up. Well, now the question is, what's going to happen here with Kochman, the left-handed hitter? They've got Maharas warming up, and Gardy's down there. He's talking with Rick Anderson right now, and kind of maybe a stall tactic right now, and give Maharas a little more time to warm up down there. But this is the matchup that Gardy would like to see. This could be the ball game right here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Well, Maharas has certainly been pitching well of late, but at this time it appears that Gardy is going to let Slowey pitch to Kochman. And you see Stelly out there in the pen, because usually he'll tip his cap.
He has not done that as of yet.
Okay, here's the pitch to Kochman, and it's low, and it's 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, that did not show bunt right there, so now the defense. Punto's in at third base, and maybe now, if he did not show bunt the first time, back up a little bit, because, boy, there's a big hole on the left side of the infield. Hardy's almost right behind Bradley at second base.
Kochman, a sacrifice fly and a pop-up to the second baseman. He's 0 for 1, and a ground ball on the right side. Could be 2. Tolbert to Hardy, 1. Relay to first. Double play. 4-6-3. The Twins turn a double play. Kochman does not run all that well, and he's out by a half a step at first. Good relay by J.J. Hardy.
A good play by Tolbert at second base. Gave Hardy a good feed at second base, and Hardy just came across the bag and an on-target throw to first. Big double play.
So the Mariners are 90 feet away from breaking the 1-1 tie, and the scheduled batter is Rob Johnson. Bradley is at third base with 2 away. So the big double play, boy, that pays off for the Twins. Let's see if they can cash in now as Slowey faces the right-handed hitting Johnson. And the pitch, a pop-up. Playable for Justin Morneau and foul ground. near the Mariner dugout. He's got it, and Slowey works out of the jam as Johnson pops up to Morneau for the final out in the bottom half of the 7th inning. The Mariners start the 7th with back-to-back base hits. They leave Bradley at third and fail to break the tie. The end of 7, 1-1 on your home for Twins baseball. Hey, Twins fans, you can receive a medium iced mocha for just $3 at any Caribou location the day after the Twins record a save. Get your coupon at cariboucoffee.com/twins. Twin saves fueled by Caribou Coffee. Here is the Twins batting in the top half of the 8th inning in a 1-1 tie game. Boy, a nice job by Kevin Slowey. Induces the double play ball off the bat of Casey Kochman, and then gets Rob Johnson on a pitch on a foul pop-up to work out of a jam after back-to-back hits. Put runners at first and second and nobody out. Nick Punto against Cliff Lee to start things here in the 8th. And a ball pitch, and then a strike is in, and it's 1-1. Nick tonight is 0 for 1. He drew a walk, the only walk given up by Cliff Lee. Lee has walked only 4 so far this year. Pitch high, 2 balls and 1 strike. Punto, Span, and Hardy are the 3 scheduled batters for the Twins here in the top half of the 8th inning. Each team with 5 hits, each team with 1 run. There are no errors. And a pitch. Strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-2. Cliff Lee has pitched a strong game. He's over 100 pitches now. He's at 103. And he faces the right-handed hitting Nick Punto in the pitch. Just low and a full count of 3-2.
John, did you hear about the bizarre injury to Vladimir Guerrero, who was not chosen as the player of the month? He was taking batting practice in Chicago.
Was it tonight or last night?
I think it was today.
Today?
And when they were taking BP, hit a ball in the batting cage and it ricocheted back and hit him in the eye. And had to go and get some x-rays of the socket on his eye, and waiting to hear the results of that.
Rangers beat the White Sox again at U.S. Cellular 9-5. Boy, that Chicago club 22-30 and 8 games below 500. Foul by Punto, out of play. 3-2 payoff pitch and a swing and a miss. 8 strikeouts now for Cliff Lee. His season high is 10 and his career high is 11. And he has 8 tonight as he gets Punto for the opening out in the 8th inning. Yeah, Vladimir Guerrero lost out to David Ortiz for the American League Player of the Month, and Nick Blackburn lost out to John Lester for American League Pitcher of the Month in May. Both pitchers were 5-0. And some real good candidates for Player and Pitcher of the Month in May. Here's a bunt by Span. It's a good one. Played by Lee. Throws to first. Got him out at first base. Lee to Kochman, and they just get Denard Span. Very close play at first. Good bunt by Denard, but a very good play by Cliff Lee. That ball was right down the foul line. Maybe a foot off the foul line. And Lee picks it up, throws to first, and just in time to get Span. Two down now, and Cliff Lee will face J.J. Hardy as he steps in. Denard is now 0 for 4 tonight. Hardy is 0 for 3. Twins have 5 hits. Kadire, the only Twin who has more than 1. And the strike is in. No balls and 1 strike. Hardy with a fly ball out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Swings and fouls. And he's down in the count now at 0-2.
Yeah, Hardy's wrist kind of still bothering him a little bit, and I'm not sure it's going to be a nagging injury for the whole season, but he did not take batting practice today. Feels like the more he swings, it kind of heats up on him a little bit, almost like a little arthritic wrist. So he did not take batting practice today.
Here is Cliff Lee's 0-2 delivery and a swing and a foul. Scotty Olger at the third base coaching box makes the play and flips the souvenir baseball into the crowd. And it'll be a count of 0-2 still to J.J. Hardy. Joe Mauer on deck.
I'm sorry, John. We were talking earlier about Danny Valencia being announced as a call-up, and most likely he's going to play third base. A lot like Trevor Plouffe. When Plouffe came up, he was going to play.
Pitch down low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, there was some talk that, earlier in the year when Tolbert got called up, they thought maybe Plouffe would get the call, but Gardy said, if Plouffe comes up here, he's going to play. And I think Gardy will say the same thing about Valencia. If he comes up here, he's going to play. Ground ball is short. Wilson has it, and a throw to first in time to get Hardy in a 1-2-3 inning. The 4th of the game for Cliff Lee. That'll do it for the Twins. They're out in the 8th at the end of 7 1/2. Seattle and Minnesota are tied at 1 on your home for Twins baseball. Hey, folks, when you're traveling this season, you can take the Twins with you. Subscribe to MLB.TV today to see every game live or on demand on your computer. Visit TwinsBaseball.com for complete details. TwinsBaseball.com. Baseball everywhere. Well, Jesse Crane coming out for Kevin Slowey. And Crane will pitch to leadoff batter Josh Wilson for Jesse, his 23rd appearance of the year. All of them have been in relief. He's pitched quite well in recent times. Crane had an outing against the Toronto Blue Jays back on the 18th of May where he pitched a third of an inning and gave up 2 hits and 2 runs. But since then, he's pitched 6 innings out of the pen and given up just 3 hits and no earned runs. And the pitch, it's in there for a strike to Josh Wilson. No balls and 1 strike. Wilson is 0 for 2 in the game, with a fly ball to center and a fly ball to left. Slowey is out and Crane is in. Good job by Kevin Slowey tonight. Here's a swing and a foul. Off to the right and out of play, and Jesse Crane quickly works ahead of Josh Wilson at a count of 0-2. 98 pitches for Kevin Slowey tonight. Jesse Crane, when he gave up those 2 runs in a third of an inning to Toronto, his ERA soared to 7.31. Here's the set now by Crane as he is ready to pitch to Johnson, and here's a slow roller to short. Easy play. Wilson the batter, and Wilson will be retired on a 6-3 scoring play, and there's one away for the Mariners here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. The game was tied at 1. Since that 7.31 ERA, in the last 6 appearances for Jesse Crane, he's lowered his ERA to 5.32. Ichiro bats. He's hitless. He has a 5-game hitting streak. And he is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a bounce out back to the pitcher. Crane to Ichiro. And the pitch down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Sean Figgins on deck. Mariners batting in the bottom of the 8th inning, and a game tied at 1. And here is the Crane pitch. Ichiro with a swing and a miss, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Mariners got their run in the 5th on a sac fly by Casey Kochman. Milton Bradley with a single, stole second, stole third, and scored on the sac fly. Twins got their run on a home run by Michael Kadire, his 7th of the year. Hit it off of Cliff Lee. Swing it again by Ichiro. Swing and a miss, and it's a 2-strike count now. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Boy, Ichiro, he certainly hasn't looked like a .346 hitter in tonight's ball game with the 2 strikeouts. Crane ready now, and here is the 1-2 delivery. The pitch fouled away. Let's pause here for station identification on your home for Twins baseball. Ichiro bats with 1 away and nobody on. The Mariners in the bottom of the 8th in a game tied at 1. Here's Crane's pitch. Fouled. And it's still 1-2 to Ichiro. Crowd just over 20,000 tonight, 20,414, the biggest crowd of the series. Mariners are averaging just over 22,000 a game. Attendance down. Of course, the Mariners, a last place team, 11 games under 500. Here's Crane's 1-2 delivery. Boy, Ichiro fouls another pitch away. And it's 1-2 still. Angels beat the Royals 7-2 tonight. Tampa Bay won over Toronto 7-3. Tigers beat Cleveland 3-0 and a one-hitter by Armando Galarraga. Boston beat Oakland 6-4. There's another foul by Ichiro, fighting off that Jesse Crane fastball. He fouls it to the left. Well, the Atlanta Braves red hot. They win again. 8 in a row for Bobby Cox's team. We'll see Atlanta in the next homestand. Twins are home against Kansas City and Atlanta in the next homestand. Colorado Rockies also coming in. Here's the 1-2 delivery. The pitch. Foul back. Ichiro with a fastball that was in on his hands, and he fouled this one back and out of play.
Johnny's bounced 2 breaking balls and got ahead of him, and now he's just throwing nothing but fastballs right to Ichiro, and he's kind of dialing in on Crane. Even though they're pitching him up, they're trying to get him to chase with a velocity gun here. 97-mile-an-hour fastball for Jesse Crane.
Crane ready on a 1-2 delivery, and here it is. And another foul. This one pulled down the first baseline, and Ichiro battling Jesse Crane here. Twins have a run on 5 hits. The Mariners have a run on 5 hits. There are no errors. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning in a 1-1 tie game. The pitch. High. 2-2 the count. Ready, Jesse Crane, and here's the pitch to Ichiro. And a swing and a miss on a slider down and in. Boy, a nasty pitch by Jesse Crane. Ichiro strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. And now Sean Figgins will bat with 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitch was down low and in the dirt. Mauer dug it out and tagged out Ichiro before he could even break away from home plate.
Not an easy play for a catcher right there. That was a wicked slider. And Mauer made a nice play in backhand, and it just came up and hurried up and tagged out Ichiro, but Ichiro was heading back to the dugout.
Activity in the Mariners bullpen. They have David Ardsman, their closer, warming up. As Crane works to Figgins, and the pitch low, and 1 ball and no strikes. Mariners run came in the 5th. Twins got theirs in the 7th. Kadire homered, his 7th home run of the year to tie the game at 1. Now the set by right-hander Crane, the 1-0 to Figgins. Here it is. Strike. A fastball is in, and it'll be a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Crane from the belt. Pitches to Sean Figgins. Swinging a foul, and it's 1-2. Figgins is 1 for 3. He has a base hit. He singled in his last at bat in the 6th inning. Did advance to second base and a walk to Franklin Gutierrez. The only walk given up by Slowey. Slowey worked out of the jam when he got Mike Sweeney to tap out back to the mound, and Slowey retired Sweeney for the 3rd out. 1-2 pitch. Line drive. Caught by Hardy at shortstop. That'll retire Figgins, and the Mariners in the 8th inning. A nice job by Jesse Crane. 3 up and 3 down go the M's in the 8th. We go to the 9th in a tie game at 1. Twins and Mariners from Seattle, and your home for Twins baseball. David Arnsma is going to pitch for the Seattle Mariners. That's all for Cliff Lee. 8 innings, 5 hits, a run. He walked 1 and struck out 8. A very good pitching performance by Cliff Lee tonight. The Twins got a very good pitching performance from Kevin Slowey. But neither starter will figure in the final decision of this game. And Arnsma will face Mauer, Morneau, and Kadire here in the top of the 9th inning. 18th appearance for David Arnsma. He is 0-3, 11 for 14 in save situations. Of course, this is not a save situation. He delivers a fastball high to Mauer, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Mauer is 1 for 3 tonight. He singled to left in the 4th inning. Was out on a fly ball to center in his last at bat. Now the set by Arnsma. He works from a set. That's his preference, and he delivers low, and it's 2-0.
If you got a pitcher that's a little wild, which Arnsma is, you don't want to come in and face the first guy, Joe Mauer, who's very, very patient.
And then to think you got Morneau and the on deck circle.
Exactly.
And the pitch. He's wide again, 3-0. Arnsma in the last 2 appearances against the Los Angeles Angels had blown saves. Walk-off wins for the Angels in the Saturday and Sunday games at Angel Stadium. And the pitch. Ball 4 outside. Wow, 4-pitch walk. And Arnsma will allow the go-ahead run to reach for the Twins on a 4-pitch walk to start the top half of the 9th inning. Second walk given up by the Mariners staff. As mentioned, Cliff Lee had walked only 1.
And the starting staff of the Seattle Mariners have really been pitching outstanding this year. But once they leave the diamond and that bullpen gate opens up, it has just been horrendous.
Yeah, the Mariners have really had trouble out of the bullpen. Here's a fastball for a strike, a 94-mile-an-hour fastball into Morneau, and a count of no balls and 1 strike. Justin tonight, a double back in the 4th inning, his 19th double of the year. He is 1 for 3. He's had 2 fly ball outs and the pitch down low and in the dirt. Good stop by Johnson. He had to go down to his knees to prevent that from being a wild pitch. 1-1 to count to Justin.
Arnsma had a big breakout year, John. 38 saves last year, and they kind of carried him over into this year. But a lot of people feel that he's better suited, kind of a setup guy.
So the first, well, he really kind of came out of nowhere to become the closer. They had J.J. Putz here. They also had George Sherrill here. And both of them have been very, very good closers, but Putz got hurt. And Sherrill was traded away to the Baltimore Orioles in the Eric Bedard deal. Here is the 1 ball, 1 strike delivery and the pitch. Strike at the knees and 1-2.
He throws hard.
Yeah.
But he's a guy, I think, that hitters get to see the ball well out of his hand because he's just kind of mechanically sound right over the top. There's no little hiccup in his delivery to hide the ball.
He's ahead of Morneau at 1-2. Infield double play depth of the pitch. Low, and it gets away. Mauer breaks, and he's going to reach. That could be a pass ball charge to Rob Johnson. Looked like he had the pitch in his mitt, and then it just got away from him. Well, they might call it a wild pitch. I would have called it a pass ball because it appeared that it was a very catchable pitch.
Had some good movement down and away, but it was just a matter, I think, the catcher being a little lazy. And
it is a pass ball charged to Johnson, and here's a ground ball up the middle. It'll be played by Figgins. On to first, they get Morneau, but on to third goes Mauer, and the Twins will have a runner at third base with 1 out and a 1-1 tie game, and Michael Kadire is the scheduled batter.
You see how the Twins execute right there? You've got your number 4 hitter, your big bopper, in Justin Morneau, and he sacrifices his at-bat to get the base runner over to third base, unlike a lot of the other teams. Unlike the Seattle Mariners, they had some opportunities when Lopez was batting earlier, and he popped up to the left fielder with the runner at second base and nobody out.
Pulled the ball to left.
He pulled it, but the run did eventually come around and score.
Infield in, Kadire bats, and he does a check swing and a low pitch, 1-0.
But how about in the 7th inning, 1st and 2nd, nobody up? You have Kochman up there, and there's a bunt situation, even though your next hitter is Rob Johnson, the catcher, 167 average.
And the pitch, down low, it gets away, but Johnson quickly retrieves it, holding Mauer at 3rd. But Danny with runners at 2nd and 3rd, and 1 out. More than likely, Gardy's going to have to pull the infield in. That's advantage base batter.
No question. But then you're forcing Gardy to have to make the play, and then that frees me up if I'm the Seattle Mariner manager. I can go to the bench. I've got 2 left-handers there to come off the bench if I need to.
There's a pitch to Kadire and line to short. Oh, my. Hit right on the screws, and Kadire is out. As that ball nearly knocked down Josh Wilson, the shortstop. And they're 2 down for the Twins, and Mauer is still at 3rd base. Oh, what a tough break there. I'm telling you, that ball's 6 inches either way, and it's a base hit into left center field. May have even been a double, because that ball was hit so hard it could have found the gap.
Good base running by Joe Mauer. He reacted right back, and that's kind of a tough play to read. You want to try to score, but that was a play, see the ball through the infield. But now it's going to be up to Kubel.
Infield lays back in normal depth, and here's the pitch to Kubel, and it's wide, 1 ball and no strikes. A 1-1 tie game. Twins and Mariners were in the top half of the 9th inning.
They may pitch around Kubel. You got a right-handed hitting Delman Young in the on-deck circle.
First base open, of course. Mauer, the lone base runner, at 3rd with 2 away here in the top of the 9th inning. Mauer reached in a walk. Pass ball sent him to 2nd. A ground out by Morneau advanced him to 3rd. Held 3rd on Kadire's line out. And the pitch. Strike. A fastball is in, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, the problem with walking Jason Kubel, and then Gardy would be forced to go to Jim Tomei, who's walking down in the dugout right now, double batting gloves on, and he's swinging the bat down in there, but could pinch hit for Tomei, but I'm not sure who you're going to play out in left field.
Pitch down low, 2 balls and 1 strike. They count to Kubel. Kubel tonight is 0 for 3. Took a called 3rd strike, grounded out, and was out on a fly ball to center field. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul back. Well, he got his pitch there, a fastball, but just got a piece of it, fouled it back to the netting, and now Ardsma works ahead at a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Ardsma, now that Johnson's going to walk out and talk to him here a little bit. Ardsma, I think, John, just a thrower. You know, where John Roush, he's a pitcher. He can locate his pitches. Joe Nathan, he can locate his pitches. And I think Ardsma's a guy that the catcher kind of just tries to set up down the middle of the plate and hope it's somewhere in that area code right there.
As yet, I don't think we've seen a breaking pitch from him.
Well, he threw that 1 sinker, and I'm not sure if that was a fork ball or what.
Swinging a drive to left field, well hit. Bradley backing off toward the track, makes the catch on the warning track. Kubel is out, and the Twins are down in the 9th inning. They leave Mauer at 3rd base. Twins now are 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. In tonight's game, they are 2 for 15 in the series. Twins out in the 9th. No runs, no hits. A pass ball and 1 man left on. The end of 8 1/2, a 1-1 tie game on your home for Twins baseball. Well, after a 1-inning performance by Jesse Crane, in which he retired the Mariners 3 up 3 down in the 8th inning, Crane will give way to Matty Guerrero. Matty will come out for his 25th appearance of the year, the most of any of the Twins pitchers. And Matty Guerrero, boy, he has been letter perfect since giving up that home run to A-Rod in the game at Yankee Stadium. Since then, he has made a total of 7 appearances. And in those 7 appearances, he's worked a total of 6 2/3 innings. He has not given up a hit or a run. And he faces Franklin Gutierrez. First pitch is a strike. The second misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Matty will try to hold him here in a 1-1 tie game in the bottom of the 9th and hopefully send the game to extra innings. Gutierrez tonight, a hit, a pop-up, and a walk. He's 1 for 2 in the pitch. Ground ball to short. Charging in Hardy. He's got it. On the first to retire Franklin Gutierrez. There's one away for the Mariners here in the 9th inning, and the batter will be Mike Sweeney. Matt Guerrero's pitched to a ERA of 1.54 in the 24 appearances. He did pitch in the game on Monday night, an inning, faced 3 batters, and he retired all 3 on 9 pitches. Matt Guerrero in 24 appearances, a 1.54 ERA, 23 and a third innings, and he's given up only 13 hits, holding opponents to a batting average of 167. And he delivers a strike to Sweeney in a count of no balls and 1 strike. Sweeney tonight 0 for 3, 2 fly ball outs and a ground out. Swing and a miss by Sweeney. Chased ball 2. The game is tied at 1 as Matty Guerrero works to the right-handed hitting Mike Sweeney. Here's the line by Guerrero, and the 1 ball, 1 strike delivery, and there's a drive down the left field line. It is a foul ball. Been an extra base hit for Sweeney, not a home run, but it curved foul, and it's 1-2 the count to Sweeney. Mariners got their run back in the 5th inning. The Twins picked up theirs in the 7th, and the pitch down low and in the dirt gets past Mauer. 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Milton Bradley. The Mariners batting in the bottom of the 9th in a 1-1 tie game. Sac fly by Casey Kochman scored the Mariner run. Home run by Michael Kadire, the Twins run. 2-strike pitch, popped up. Shortstop Hardy into the outfield grass, about 10 feet out to the grass to make the catch. Sweeney is out. 2 down for the Mariners in the 9th, and the batter is going to be Bradley. Milton Bradley has been a little bit of a thorn in the side of the Twins. He bounced out to the shortstop in the 2nd inning. He had a single to right in the 5th. Stole 2nd, stole 3rd, scored on a sac fly. And Matt Guerrero delivers low, 1 ball and no strikes. He then singled with a bunt single in the 7th inning. That was a leadoff base hit. Jose Lopez followed with a hit to left. Mariners had runners at 1st and 2nd with nobody out, but Kochman proceeded to hit into a double play. And then Johnson popped out. Check swing, and a strike is into Bradley. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. Here's Matt Guerrero to Bradley, and the pitch, a swing and a miss. Nice breaking pitch down and in from Matt Guerrero. Kevin Slowey started 7 innings. Jesse Crane's worked an inning, and now here's Matt Guerrero. 2-strike pitch, wide. 2-2 the count now to Milton Bradley. Should he reach, Jose Lopez would be next. Matt Guerrero gets the sign from Mauer. Here's the pitch. He got him. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Milton Bradley is out in a 1-2-3 inning for Matty Guerrero, and that'll retire the Mariners. They're out in the 9th. We go to extra innings here tonight in Game 3 of the series. For the Mariners in the 9th inning. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. At the end of 9, a 1-1 tie on your home for Twins baseball. Right-hander Brandon League is going to come out and pitch now for the Seattle Mariners. We go to extra innings tonight. Twins are 3-1 in extra inning games. The Mariners are 0-6 in extra inning games. Wow. And Brandon League will replace David Ardsma. Ardsma pitches an inning. He walked a batter. Faced 4. He did get the final outs. Kadire and Kubel with Joe Mauer at third base. But Kadire, boy, he lined out to shortstop Josh Wilson. Woo! A wicked line drive hit right at Wilson, and he caught it. That retired Michael and kept Mauer at third. Kubel then went out to left. We go to the 10th inning. Twins and Mariners tied at 1 for the play-by-play. Here's Desmond.
Thank you, John. It'll be Delman Young leading off. League's first pitch is just inside. Pushes Young off the plate. Delman tonight, he's 0 for 3. Has a little 5-game hitting streak on the line. 3 fly ball outs so far here tonight. Bats with a count of 1 ball, no strikes. Right back. Little tapper to the left side of Lopez at third. He fields it. He better hurry, and he does. Just in time to nip Delman Young. Boy, Lopez took his time in trying to square up and get an on-target throw. So Delman Young 0 for 3. Matt Tolbert steps to the plate. League played with the Toronto Blue Jays last year. Was in 67 ball games. League this year, he has 4 wins and 5 losses. This is his 25th game. He also has 1 save. And a right-hander delivers to Tolbert, and it's on the outside corner for a strike. Tolbert looking for his second hit. He had a base hit in the 5th inning. Was caught trying to steal second base and struck out in the 7th. Pitch way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jim Thome has popped out of the dugout and be hitting for Nick Punto. Big right-hander from the set, delivers ground ball to shortstop. Wilson fields it and retires. Boy, don't the Twins runners hustle down the line?
They sure do, and I'll tell you what.
Oh, bang, bang play.
And you would think that the Mariner infielders would show a little respect. Josh Wilson, he pounded the glove once before he fired to first. Lopez, Danny, he pounded it 3 times.
And that's what you're taught not to as an infielder. We don't want you to take the ball, field it, take it out in your throwing hand, and then pound it on inside your glove 1 or 2 times as you kind of crow hop over. Jim Thome steps to the plate. He's going to pinch hit for Punto. So Thome threatened the ball out of the ballpark. League delivers, and it's outside and low. And the right-hander right back, pitch down and in. Big pitch here. 2 balls, no strikes from the right-hander. And it's outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Well, if Thome should reach, Gardy's going to burn a player. Most likely could be Orlando Hudson, but I would think he's going to go with Brendan Harris. And Harris just stay in the ballgame and play third base. Swung on, hit well to center field. On the 3-0 pitch, Gutierrez in front of the warning track and puts it away. Gave it a ride. 3 up, 3 down. League comes on here in the top of the 10th inning. We've completed 9.5 at Safeco Field, and we are tied up 1-1. You're listening to Twins Baseball. Bottom of the 10th inning here at Safeco Field. Seattle Mariners took a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 5th inning on a sac fly by Casey Kochman, scoring Milton Bradley. Twins tied it up on a solo homer by Michael Kadire, his 7th of the year. Kadire went straight away central. And since then, the Twins had an opportunity, a runner at third with 2 down in the 9th. Seattle had runners at first and second in the 7th with nobody out. Batter's going to be Lopez. Matty Guerrero's second inning of relief. First pitch is tapped into the Twins dugout. Jerry White's going to pop up and grab the baseball. Lopez tonight, he singled his last time up. He is 1 for 3. 3 home runs on the year. He's driven in 20. Average below 200. Little tapper off the home plate. Matty Guerrero going to pick it up bare hand. High throw, but in time to nip Lopez. Casey Kochman will bat. Well, you look at the batters for the Seattle Mariners at the bottom third of the order, and that Lopez just tapped out, just a .239 average, 3 home runs. Casey Kochman steps to the plate. He's really been hurting the Seattle Mariners this year. Kochman, 194 batting average, 3 home runs. He's driven in 20. And then Rob Johnson, the on-deck circle, 167 average. There's a little tapper over the head of Matty Guerrero, fielded by Tolbert, and he's not going to throw out Kochman. He'll reach on an infield base hit. Kind of a do-or-die play for Tolbert. He was playing Kochman to pull and deep at second base, and just a little nubber off the plate. Got over the head of Matty Guerrero. He can sky. So there's the winning run at first base. The batter's going to be Rob Johnson, is the scheduled batter. Alfonso. The Elzer Alfonso will pinch hit. He's a right-hander, but Rob Johnson has really been overmatched here in tonight's contest. He's 0 for 3. Strikeout swinging, a fly ball weakly hit to right field, and then a pop-up with a runner at third base. And 2 down in foul territory. That was caught by Justin Morneau. Limited playing time. He just got recalled. Big right-handed stick. It's his first pinch hit at bat. Matty Guerrero delivers, and it's swung on and missed. This kid here will not get cheated, but he will not swing at strikes. That ball down and in the dirt. Wilson in the on-deck circle. Kochman at first. Does not run well. No stolen bases this year. Alfonso, this is his 10th at bat, third game. And Guerrero delivers and lifted into right field. Should be routine for Kadire near the line. And he'll track it down. Kochman hustling back to first base. So the number 9 hitter, Josh Wilson, will step to the plate. Wilson's 0 for 3, 2 fly ball outs and a ground out. So Alfonso most likely stay in the ball game, and he will catch. Outfield very, very deep, preventing any doubles. There's a foul ball right side. Big cut by Josh Wilson, 298, 1 home run. He's driven in 11. Extra innings, we're in the bottom of the 10th inning, tied up 1-1. Just 5 hits for Minnesota, 6 hits for the Mariners. Ichiro Suzuki in the on-deck circle. If Wilson can keep the inning alive, pitch up and in. Matty Guerrero kind of arched the back of the shortstop, Josh Wilson. 1 ball and 1 strike. Guerrero looks in, gets the sign, 1 ball, 1 strike. Peek of the runner. There's a line drive left field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Kochman to second base, and he'll pull up there, and it's going to be up to Ichiro. Maharis is warming up in the Twins bullpen. Gardy's going to pop out of the dugout, and he's going to go to the left-hander. The matchup's going to be Maharis against Suzuki. And this call to the bullpen on the Treasure Island Baseball Net. Well, the fans there at Safeco Field are on their feet, trying to get behind the Seattle Mariners. Series is tied up at 1 game apiece. Kochman, the runner at second base, he represents the winning run, and he does not run well. Outfield playing Ichiro shallow. Miharis on with 2 down. They're chanting for Ichiro. As Maharis, the left-hander, delivers a breaking ball that's high, ball 1. Suzuki this year against left-handed pitching, he's had 73 at-bats. He's 21 for 73. 288 average. He's driven in 6 runs. Of his 21 hits, just 1 of them for extra bases, and that was a triple. Kochman short lead at second. And the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed in the dirt. Ichiro having a rough night. 3 punch outs and a little tapper back to the pitcher. Slowey started for Minnesota. He gave us a solid 7 innings, gave up 5 hits, just 1 run. Slowey had 3 punch outs and he walked 1. Crane gave it an inning and 1 strikeout. And the 1-1 pitch from Maharis. Check swing on a pitch that was high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Maharis was up earlier in the 7th inning when Kochman was batting with first and second and nobody out. And Gardy let Slowey finish the inning. He got Kochman to hit into a 4-6-3 double play. Pitch on the way. Swung on it, foul, tipped into the glove of Joe Mauer. Evens it up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Slowey then retired Bob Johnson on a weak pop-up. Foul territory to Morneau. And then Gardy is gone to the bullpen. Crane for 1. Matty Greer an inning and 2/3. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Winning run at second. And the pitch fouled off. Came right after him with a fastball. Jose Maharis is not allowed a run in his last 6 appearances. It's a total of 7 innings. He allowing just 2 hits. He has not walked anybody, and he has 6 strikeouts. So Maharis has been the guy here. The left-hander Maharis gets the sign from Mauer. He'll check the runner at second. Kicks and delivers. Fouled off. Ichiro got a pitch there, and Mauer's going to call timeout, run the ball out to Maharis. Well, when was the last time Suzuki punched out 3 times? 0 for 4. Coming into the ballgame with a 5-game hitting streak. Suzuki has faced Maharis twice, and he's 0 for 2. Delman Young very shallow and near the line in left field. Denard Span shallow in center field. Brendan Harris, who's on at third base, off the line and back at third. And the pitch fouled off down the left field line. Harris gives chase, but it's well into the seats.
You made a comment about Kochman not running well. Do you think they'll try to score him on a base hit?
Well, they have to. He's getting a good lead because the infielders are playing very, very deep right now. The infielders are trying to cover as much ground as possible. Anything hit on the ground that might have a chance, you need your infielders to dive for the ball. Try to at least knock it down. Ichiro runs well. And big pitch here, 2-2 on the way. Fouled again off. Boy, Ichiro hanging tough, just getting a piece of it. But Kochman, what he's doing well is he's getting a large, very large secondary lead. Figgins is in the on-deck circle. I got to think that if you're the third base coach, Brumley, you got to send him regardless. Force that outfielder to have to make a throw, even though Young in left, Kadire in right, above average arms. Kochman at second with a big lead. The pitch, line drive, fouled on the left field line. Now Longerharns is the pinch runner at second base. So he runs a little bit better than Kochman. Winning run at second base. Ichiro bats with a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a pitch down the left field line. Delman Young going to give chase. He'll run out of room. So Longerhans back at second base. The runner at first base, Josh Wilson. That run means nothing. And Suzuki having a good at bat. 10th pitch from Maharis to Suzuki. And the 2-2 on the way. Ground ball up the middle. Backhand stop by Tolbert, and he's safe at second. The throw to the plate, not in time. Tolbert dove for it. Backhand flip to Hardy at second base. Gardy's coming out to argue with Dale Scott at second base. They went with the force out at second. Hardy thought he had him. Wilson head first slide into second base. Dale Scott called safe. The runner, Longerhans, didn't stop coming around third. By the time Hardy recognized it, that he was safe at second, it was too late to relay to the plate. Gardy leaving the field, his arms up in the air, upset with the call at second base. Boy, need to watch that one on the replay, because it looked like the flip by Tolbert was in time. It was a short hop. Hardy had to backhand and catch it in the dirt. And Hardy, when he acted like a first baseman, fielded it, looked to the umpire, and Dale Scott called safe. So it's going to be a game-winning infield base hit for Ichiro Suzuki. He'll extend his hitting streak to 6 games. And the Twins are going to lose this tough game here tonight, 2-1. Well, let's hand it back over to Chris Atterbury with the Toyota post-game download. Chris?
All right, thanks very much, Chris. We'll look forward to the Toyota post-game download coming up, of course, as the Twins drop this one and the Mariners take the lead now in the series at 2-1. We'll have the final game of the series tomorrow night, and it'll feature Carl Pavano against Felix Hernandez. Well, even though the Twins didn't log any high-speed steals today, they get the speed they need with Quest High-Speed Internet. Get the speed you need without burning up your wallet. 2-1 the final, a 1-run win for the Mariners, just their 7th in 21-run games. They're 7-13, and they have their first extra inning win of the year. They're 1-6. Twins dropped to a mark of 9-8 in 1-run games, and the Twins now with a mark of 3-2 in extra innings. In watching the replay, and I'm not too sure we got a real good angle on the replay onto whether or not it was a safe call at second base. It appears on the replay that Wilson was out. But again, the replay doesn't give you a real good angle as to whether or not that ball, it was a short hop pickup by Hardy, and you just have to kind of go with what Dale Scott saw. He was right on top of the play, and his call was that Wilson was safe. Langerhans scores the winning run to give the Mariners the victory.
You can always watch the replay and kind of get some conclusive evidence that way, but I just, it was a bang-bang play, a head-first slide by the base runner into second base. Dale Scott was in good position.
Yes.
And Hardy was stretching out toward the center field position. And Tolbert made a nice play to backhand it. If Tolbert concedes the runner at second base and slides and comes up and throws straight to home plate, I still think it's going to be a close play.
I would agree, yes.
But that should have been the play maybe if Tolbert concedes the runner at second base. But he was thinking that, hey, it was going to be a close play, which it was. He ruled him safe, and then Hardy did everything he could because, remember, he's like a first baseman stretching out towards center field. He caught the ball, looked at the umpire. Scott immediately did call him safe.
Yes.
So it wasn't like we were waiting for the umpire to make the call. Once he did, Hardy kind of flat-footed, had to turn around and throw an on-target throw to the plate. No chance at that time.
Well, the Mariners pick up the win, and it'll be the final game of the series, and the Twins will hope for a win tomorrow night to draw even in this 4-gamer here at Safeco Field. Danny, thank you, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night for Game 4 of the series. Let's go to the totals now for the winning Seattle Mariners. They had 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and the Mariners left a total of 6 on. The Mariners with the victory are now 21-31, and they are at home 14-14. In 1-run games, 7-13. In extra inning games, 1-6. And against the Central Division, they are now 8-6 in the Central Division. Twins with a loss, they fall to a mark of 31-22. Twins were 1 run, 5 hits, no errors, and 5 left. And the Twins now with a road record of 13 wins and 13 losses, 9-8 in one-run games, 3-2 in extra inning games. And the Twins against the West are 7-3 in 10 games against Western Division teams. 1-5-0 and 5 left for the Twins. Brandon Lee gets the win. He's 5-5. The loss goes to Matty Guerrero. It is his first decision of the year. He's 0-1. There was one home run in the game. It was hit by Michael Kadire. For Kadire, it was his 7th of the year, his 29th run batted in. He hit it in the 7th inning that tied the game at 1-1. The Mariners had scored on a sac fly in the 5th inning by Casey Kochman, and that was a 1-0 lead until Kadire homered. The next run of the game was the winning run on the infield single by Ichiro, and a run batted in for Ichiro to score Langerhans from second base and give the Mariners the victory. The attendance tonight was 20,414, and the time of game was 2 hours and 45 minutes. 2:45 was tonight's time of game. Kyle Hammer's been our game site engineer. For the Dazzle Man Dan Gladden, I'm John Gordon. Stay tuned. There's much more to come. The Toyota post-game download with your host Chris Atterbury following our game broadcast. Chris will have all the scores of all the games, including the Twins minor league clubs, and Pat Neshek's performance tonight for the Fort Myers Miracle as he gets back into action. And we'll also have features including comments from Twins manager Ron Gardenhire, all coming your way on the Toyota post-game download with Chris. Now from Safeco Field here in Seattle, Washington, the final score of tonight's game, the Mariners 2, the Twins 1 in 10 innings. So long, everybody, on your home for Minnesota Twins baseball.